Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I've worked out what I want to do with the door to this. As you may have seen in the last episode, I've built a basic frame around it, but I don't have a locking mechanism yet, and I would like to be able to. Even though this is inside my compound, which is relatively secure, you know, I want a proper door on this. So I have come up with the design. I can't remember whose design it is, but there will be a link down in the description. So check it out. Check out his channel, because he has lots of very good designs for redstone stuff. And nice, clear, easy to follow tutorials for most of them. So, let's get to this. I've decided to make it 3 wide, seeing as this whole building is an odd number. That was so this could be in the exact centre of everything. I'm just suddenly thought that it would be really cool if we could look up and see the glowstone, which does look really cool, except for that one bit there. I'll leave it like that for now. Let me see if I can get this stuff. Any more? Oh no, if I bounce too much, then YouTube tells me, "We have detected you have a shaky video. Would you like us to improve your video?" Right, anyway, sorry. Back to what we're actually here for. I like how that's lit up all the bookcases now. Right, yes. So, it's 3 wide. And this is where we're going to build it. So, I'm taking out those stairs and this. So if you notice, we're already 1 lower than our actual floor. And now I want to dig this area down 3. How many was that? That was 2, 3. With this shovel that's way too quick, so I have to be really careful how I click. I'm probably going to need a little more space than this actually anyway, so let's dig out a reasonable size in both directions. Because there's going to be some control circuitry and stuff like that as well. Now if I go... there we go. I'll find my way to this stuff. Okay, so that's dug all that out, and it gives us a nice clear idea as to the area and space we've got to work with to fit all this in. So, we're not going to put the sticky pistons down yet. In fact, that's one of the last things we need to do. So, first we put down a control base. Okay, now the advantage of this is going to be a double extending piston, which means it's 2 different pistons that push other pistons, and they'll retract properly as well, so a block can get pushed further. And the advantage of this design is you can put as many of them side by side as you want, which is, you know, really rather good. You don't often get that. You know, usually these things are limited, or they interfere with each other and all that sort of stuff. But here you can do as many as you want side by side. The double pistons are going to go here, so it's going to be piston, piston, and then the block on top of the pistons. Have I built this too low? Piston, piston, block on top of the pistons. I built this too low. Everything has to go up 1. Welcome to an Ayaron tutorial, everyone, where everything has to be redone. Well, it just gives me an opportunity to put it on my nice white wool that I like. So, 3 repeaters like so, 3 blocks, and a redstone torch on top of each one. So let me just space this out again. This will be a sticky piston, and then that will be the block on top. And the block on top is going to be that staircase, which I took out. So now, on top of those redstone torches, you need another block. And for space reasons, I am making those the blocks on top of there, those ones. That way it will blend nicely with my floor. So we need a wire connecting all these together. And now there's a control mechanism we need to build because we're dealing with 2 different pistons that have to extend and pull at all different times. We need to make sure that everything gets timed properly. So where to put this timing circuit? Here, I think. The timing circuit takes up a reasonable amount of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide and 3 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will just fit in if I put it here. But I need to run a button down from there. So I'm going to try putting it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just in case I need the extra headroom, I'm actually going to dig this down. So this is the space the control mechanism takes up, and it's got a block there, 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 and there. I just realised I need one more sticky piston. Excuse me while I make one more sticky piston. Okay, so just for the record, then for a 3 sticky piston, you need as many sticky pistons as you want the... It's a double, isn't it? If I want 3 double extending sticky pistons, then I need 6 there, plus 1 over there. Sigh. Okay, I now have the 7 sticky pistons that I need. I do take solace in a comment that I once heard Etho make, which was that people think he's really good at redstone, and it's just that he does it all off camera. So you don't see him fiddling and changing until it works. Oh, not that I'm in any way saying I'm as good as Etho. I'm not. I mean, the only things I've invented so far was this thing, which was simply combining some other people's inventions, and the lighthouse. So it does look good with the double pulse, doesn't it? So it sort of means you get to see the light a bit more often. Anyway, back to this. So we get those blocks positioned like so, and then we put a sticky piston here, so it's facing that one. Now, in the diagram I've got, the output to this control mechanism is here. I'm going to try reversing this diagram so the control mechanism ends up over there. Ha! What can go wrong? So this is going to be the input line. So wherever I position my button, which I haven't quite worked out where my button's going yet, it has to not be there. Button, I think, has to be one away. So But it wants to be somewhere that's... interesting. No, I think here will do. If I put a button there, and I put that on the... Can I jump that? On the inside as well. Then I will be able to take power from it like this. Because if this block gets powered, then redstone there will get powered. And I can cover it up by this grass bank. Will this go down fast enough is the issue. Don't know why I did that. So obviously we get redstone then onto there. We would if that torch wasn't in the way. I might have to move this whole control mechanism that way a bit, because I need input into that block. No, I'll move this. So we redstone there. No, that isn't going to work because then it can't be covered. Because the bit of dirt that does the covering cuts the wire. So we go there to start. This will work, I think. And we drop down like so. Don't need the axe, do I? Okay. So that's wired buttons up to that. Oh no, I wanted to go through a T flip-flop. It's all going pear-shaped. Okay. I'm going to have one of those thinks. Okay, I've had a bit of a think about this, and I realised that I was missing out a few steps. If I want to be able to have a single button both open and close this, then I have to run the button to a T flip-flop. That's essentially something, well, which will let a button turn something on or off. And that way, whether I'm inside or outside, I'll be able to open or close these doors. So first I run to the T flip-flop, then I run to the control mechanism for this, then I run to that. So I had to make one more sticky piston. So for a 3-wide door, that's now a total of 8. I made one more repeater as well, and I hope I've got enough redstone. I also made a few torches because I think I'm going to need them. So the button is there. So I'm just going to confirm that, because if I get that wrong, then I'm in trouble. Yep, so bit of redstone, button. So the simplest T flip-flop uses sticky pistons, and it's essentially a glitch that sticky pistons have that hopefully they will never fix, because if they do, then a lot of people's stuff won't work. So basically, you run a button into a monostable circuit, then you put the output from that monostable circuit into a setup with a sticky piston, which will then turn it on or off based on whether or not, well, each time you press the button. I just want the spare button, so I can test this from the inside. Because if I put the button there, then that should be able to test it. So, right, let's just put a bit of redstone there, and okay. So first we've got to go into our monostable circuit, which I'm going to try and build up there because I think it will fit. So I right, input into a block with a torch on the back. So you can see the wire is running straight into there, so when I press the button the torch turns off for a bit. Right, now underneath there I need a bit of wire. Like so. The fact that the floor is lower is annoying me. I might end up digging it out again, but there we go. So then level with that we need a repeater set to 3. This is why I needed to make the extra repeater. So by 3 I mean the 3rd position. So 1, 2, 3, and that would be the 4th. And it's running into a block with redstone on. No, it's running into a block with redstone on. I do apologise. So, like so. And then that torches the output from that circuit. So now when I press this button, that torch should flicker really quickly. Let's see if I can get a position where we can see them both. Not easily. Here we go. And that doesn't work at all. Not even in the slightest. What am I doing wrong? This isn't lighting up at all. Okay, that works. But I don't think... I don't think I can actually make my button there. Okay, this block isn't getting power properly from that wire. And I'm not sure why not. See, it's not transferring the power to that line there. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. I hate to do it, but I think I might need another repeater. Simply in order to get power properly into that block from the button. I hate to add a repeater because, well, one, it uses up resources, but it also adds delay to the system. See, that's working now. Okay. It's simply that I wasn't... This is the input block for this monostable circuit. I'll just let you look at that for a little bit. So you can see there's redstone on top of there. That's set to 3, heading that way. But if you don't get proper power to that block, then it doesn't work. I just don't understand, because if I run a wire in, that should do it. Oh well, It's working now. Right, so so this is now the input to my T flip-flop. And I can run that this way, I think. Actually, I think if I put a sticky piston above that torch, then that might do it. There you go. See, when you press the button, that shoots out and pulls back really quickly. So now you put a block on it with a torch underneath. So this is the thing, is if you hook a monostable circuit up to a piston, it pulses so quickly that when it goes out, it leaves the block there, and when it comes back, it pulls it in. So now, I presume I can just... If I put redstone there, it's powered. And now it isn't. So every time I press the button, this bit of redstone will either be lit or unlit. So I can use... So now I wire this into the control circuitry for that, which has that footprint of 5 by 3 and has to not interfere with anything else. This is where it gets tricky. I might... If I go back this way... See, I'm not even out from underneath the building yet, so... I've got plenty of room. Just making sure this place is well lit. Okay. So, if I... draw the power off this way. The only reason I'm thinking so hard about this is I'm trying to minimize the amount of redstone I use up. I'm going to keep those torches on my bar somewhere. There we go. Right, so let me just make sure that I'm not... that turns off properly. And it does. Okay, so... by 3... Oh... It's by 5, so it's going to go there and there. It might be okay. I'm going to try it. So, this runs into a block there. And then it has a block there. There. There, there, and there. So, when this is on, this block gets power. You then run a repeater like that and like that. This is where I'm going to have to test to see whether this will interfere with that stuff. I don't think it will. And if it doesn't, then it will be nice and compact, which I like. You then wire... I can probably cut that wire by dropping a block on top. Like so. That's just because I'm right up against that thing and I have to make sure it doesn't doesn't connect to it. And then we use our repeaters again, and I'm one repeater short. I've got enough torches to make another one though. I need 2 more repeaters. I'm out of smooth stone. I've got enough torches and redstone, but I'm out of smooth stone. Okay, I've got the smooth stone. So let's quickly make this last, well, hopefully last needed repeater. Like so. Right, so we've fed the power from the T flip-flop into here. It splits off, then it goes there. Then this one goes this way and is set to 2. And these timings are vital. And this one goes that way and is set to 3. 3. And then you stick a torch on here. And this is your output. So you run that to your pistons. Like so. I think this is wired. Now, it's... Oh no, there's one more bit. Ha. Yes, there is a sticky piston that goes here in the middle, facing away from the input. So it's facing towards this side. So, like... Oh, there we go. Like so. So now if I... This is on. And that's off. Right, now when you place the sticky pistons for this bit, this has to be on. Okay? And if ever these pistons get confused, the only way I've found to get them back into line, really, is to just make sure that this is on and place them again. Just chop them and place them again. So, oops, oh dear. There we go. So, we place the 3 lower pistons. You can see they extend straight away. And we place the... Oh dear. The 3 upper pistons. I thought they would extend at that stage. Oh! No, yes. Yes. No, it is the right height. I thought it was the wrong height. It isn't. And then my stairs are going to go like so. But for some reason... Oh no, I do have a button here. Okay, this has gone wrong, as you can see. I'm not quite sure why. I hope you guys don't mind seeing me fiddle around like this, trying to work out stuff as I go. Sometimes I think it's more interesting than if I'm just doing it, because that way you can sort of see how I problem solve. Although this one... Right. Are we having problems because of this thing being so close? Ah, I think I may have known where I went wrong. I thought this line had to be on when you place the pistons. I think it's the input to the extending... Okay, this is the piston control circuit. its input has to be on when you place the pistons. Right? Okay. So I think now if I place these pistons... Whoops. There we go. See, now they're... Okay, you'll know it's right if they extend, if both sets extend as you place them, which is what's happened here. And there we go. Let me hide that and that. So, fingers crossed, if this works, this is what it looks like when it's closed. I know the pistons are showing, but I quite like that, you know, especially on this texture pack. And when I press the button, ooh, those two are working fine. This one isn't. It probably means I've got a bit of interference. Something is preventing this from detracting. So let's dig our way in. It must be getting power from somewhere. They all look the same. I'm going to try moving the control circuitry one this way, which means these blocks will end up under there, but I don't think that will cause... Oh no. If they feed power into that, will we end up with power up there? I think it's worth a try. So I'm going to take the pistons out. Why do I only have 5? Ah. And we'll test this again after I've moved that over. Okay, I've moved it over. I realised that a redstone torch down there would interfere with that wire, but as luck has it, it happens to be underneath this repeater, so... Assuming that that getting power doesn't power that redstone, and that getting power doesn't power that redstone, I think we'll be okay. Let's find out whether or not it does interfere with that line there. Nope, that seems okay. Okay, I saw a double pulse then, when it's going from one state to another. So that's reasonable, I think. So, with power going into the control circuit, place our pistons. And fingers crossed again. Oh, what is it with you? Okay, it can't be the control circuit because I've moved that now. Did that react to the button? Yes, it did, didn't it? I may have to move the button one further that way, because I think this button is powering this block, which is somehow affecting this piston there. So I'll just remove this one piston. And I need to get rid of the button, or I need to move the button. So the button is going to end up, well, let's try moving the button one further that way. Oh, is that going to mess everything else up? It is, isn't it? Of course it is. Nope, I'm going to have to move the monostable circuit, which sucks. Because then I'm probably going to have to move the T-flip as well, the T-flip flop. Okay, I shall do that. See, it's just, this is what you have to do in order to get redstone working, is you don't give up the moment it doesn't work. You just keep moving things around, you keep fiddling, and eventually it works, hopefully. So I'll see you after I've shifted all of this stuff that way one. Oh, I really hope this works this time. So, you can see I just moved this one over that way. I'm tapping this in exactly the same way I did before, and it runs into here. Currently we've got power running to the control circuit, which means I think those ones are all the way up, and when I place this one, it should also fully extend. Right, so here goes. There we go. Okay, so lesson is you can't put your button, not even, well, you definitely can't put it next to it, but you can't even put it one away, which is what surprised me. So let's fill this in as much as we can. I realise that I am actually relying on dirt to hide some of this stuff, but that's okay. You're kidding me. I'm hoping that was just like a block update glitch, and it's because there we go, let's try this. 1, 2, you didn't extend. Oh, why are they all screwed up? No! It's all gone wrong. Oh, this is annoying. Let me get rid of them all. Let me make sure. Okay, right. You have to have power running into the control circuit when you place your pistons, and one of them, and it wasn't, so. Okay, once that turns back into grass, it'll look okay. I mean, this thing's pretty integrated into the landscape. What the? Ah. I shouldn't have put those two there. I cut the wire. Oh, I worried myself there for a bit. I really did. There we go. So, down. Up. It closes quicker than it goes down, because opening it just goes boom boom. But if you see, in order to retract, it has to do this sort of double pull. Okay. So I will make another button. May as well keep the button down there. It's useful for testing and maintenance purposes. So it's 1, 2 over from that pillar. So there. There we go. I can now secure myself. Well, except possibly from spiders, because they've still got a few ways through. But it's nice to have a proper front door, isn't it, little kitty? Isn't it? Yes, it is. It's a shame that button's a bit too far away. Wonder if I can work out a way to make it work with pressure plates. But the thing is it's working. So let's just go over a few of the mistakes I made. So if you are building your own version, you don't make them two. So I've still got my basement access to my wiring, which is good. Ooh, glitched. So, make sure your button is 2 blocks away from your piston array. It's possible actually that was the only thing which was wrong, and that moving this over there was not necessary. But, so make sure that's 2 away. Run your button through a monostable circuit. Run your monostable circuit into your T flip-flop. Make sure that the input to the piston control circuit is on when you place your pistons. Other than that, it's not that complex a build. It just took a little bit of fiddling to get it there. Okay, well, I'm a little tired now. I'm glad I've got it working though. So things are coming along nicely. Pretty soon I'll have finished off all these half-started projects, and then I can start on my sky spawner, which is going to be massive. Bye bye.